Well, good day to all of our awesome internet friends, family, and following. T. Mont Silver Senior here, and I've got my whiteboard. We've got another training session here, very quick training session for our audience. We want to talk about bonding with your list. Bonding with your list. We know by now that in order for us to monetize our list, we've got to build our list. We've got to then bond with our list. And then monetization, making money as a result of having our list. Monetization or monetize the list is a byproduct of building and bonding, building and bonding, building and bonding. So we started sharing on our last post, we started sharing on our last post about ways that you and I can bond with our list. We talked about the fact that video is one of the most potent ways to bond with your list, and we discussed how there are three common ways that you can use video to bond with your list. You can use a screen capture. What I'm using right now in large part is a screen capture software. I use Camtasia. I hope I'm spelling this right, and I've been using Camtasia since end of 2008, maybe 2009. Okay, screen capture is great for those that aren't ready to put their face in front of the video camera. The second thing that you can do is you can leverage someone else's videos. All right, and we introduced to you a website, www.catchvideo.net. Now there are other apps, like for instance, I downloaded an app. Don't ask me how I did it because I'm not a techie. That allows me to do the same thing that catchvideo.net does. But essentially, if you go there, essentially you can leverage somebody else's video. Just make sure that you're not infringing on any copyright material. And then the third thing that you can do is you can put your face on camera. Put your mug in front of the camera. Now, so I believe that video is one of the most potent ways to bond with your list. But now the question becomes, what do you say? What do you share? How do you bring value to your list, particularly if you haven't had a lot of success just yet? How do you bring value? How do you bring value to your list? Well, one thing I want you to understand is there is nothing new under the sun. I believe a proverb says that. There's nothing new under the sun. So one of the things that I would have you doing is I would have you, give me a moment, I would have you as you see content, whether it's via email, whether it's YouTube, whether it's you being on a webinar or what have you, I would really become a student and start taking notes and simply share what you learned. Take notes, share what you learned. So for instance, I just enrolled in a very high level, top tier type coaching program. We've done very well in the industry, but we want to take our business to the next level. And so we saw some folks that were already where we wanted to be in terms of where we want to take our business. So we enrolled in a very high level, top tier type coaching program. Well, so I'm watching all of these videos, but guess what I'm doing as I'm watching these training videos and as I'm doing my coaching? I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes. Why? Because now that's content that I can then begin to share with my audience. And so one of the things I want you to do is, we've talked about this. Some of you that's been a part of our list for quite some time, you've heard us say this again and again. One of the things you want to consider doing is taking 30 to 45 minutes a day working on you. Here's a way to get phenomenal content to bring value to your list. 30 to 45 minutes a day working on you. And this is going to be involved in some type of personal development or spiritual development. A lot of times, and I'm not just talking about religion here, but a lot of times if you're working on yourself from a spiritual growth standpoint, then the things that you're dealing with from a spiritual growth standpoint have a direct tie to how you can connect with people, how you connect in your business, things of that nature. All right. So, for instance, if you're spending 30 to 45 minutes a day working on you, you're going to get phenomenal content that you're going to be able to share with your list. Remember, with your list, you don't want a pitch fest. By the way, I hear a lot of background noise. Hopefully, you're not hearing all of that. Okay, you don't just want a pitch fest. You don't want a pitch fest. One of my mentors taught me this: as a rule of thumb, you want to have a 3-to-1 ratio. Meaning, let's say as you're communicating with your audience, whether it's an email or text, if you're building a text list or what have you, you want to provide value, value, value. Maybe you sent out an email that value on a Monday, Tuesday, value, Wednesday, value. Then maybe on that fourth email, now here comes your offer. Okay, provide value, 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 then share your offer. Value, 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 then share your offer. So that your audience isn't just seeing a pitch fest. They're not just seeing a pitch fest, but you're offering value, 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 then your offer. Okay, so now how do you provide value, value, value? Well, one way you can provide value, value, value is by you becoming more valuable. How do you become more valuable? All right, working on yourself, working on your business, personal development, spiritual development. You pick up a marketing tip. All right, share that. That's value. You pick up a personal empowerment tip. Share that. That's value. You pick up a tip on how to deal with stress or how to build your business, how to organize your day. Share that. That's value. And if you were to do this and be consistent in doing this, get some screen capture software, for instance, and do what I'm doing right now. As an example, I just have up a notepad and I'm writing down notes as I'm sharing this content, this information. The more by working on you, you become more valuable. Give me a moment. The more valuable you are to the marketplace, all right, the marketplace, those in the make money online niche is our marketplace, whether they're affiliate marketers, whether they are network MLM folks, they're in our marketplace. The more valuable you become to the marketplace, the more the marketplace will reward you with recruits, sales, and commissions. Now, obviously, not all of you are promoting something that allows you to build a team or recruit others. But if you are involved in some type of enterprise where you can recruit and have other people join you in your network, and they can have people join them in their network, which is your network, so on and so forth, the more valuable you become, the more valuable you become to your list, the more valuable you become to the marketplace, the more the marketplace is going to reward you with recruits, because people want to connect with folks that bring value to them. You don't care about me. Maybe in time you will, if you're new to my list, and those of you who followed us for a while, perhaps you care about us. Obviously, many of you do, but it's only because we've provided value. So people don't care about your product or service. What they care about is how can your product or service, how can you bring value to them? So we want to work on ourselves so we become more valuable. Let me finish with this. It's interesting. We outlaid more than a few dollars for this very high level top tier coaching program. And it was very interesting. Before I could even begin to progress through the hows, how do you do this, and how learning this marketing method and that marketing method, before we even got to the hows, guess what they had us focusing on? They had us focusing on mindset, personal empowerment, um, 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 uh, working on our internal compass as it relates to our feelings about money and success and things of that nature. And so, again, it's very, very important that you are taking time out each day, 30 to 45 minutes a day, to spend time on your most important business asset, which is you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you have gotten value from this particular video, what I'd love for you to do is to make sure that wherever you're seeing this, if there's a place to give a thumbs up, you give a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel from which you're watching this, subscribe to the channel, leave some sterling comments, and feel free to also leverage this video. You can do so by, if you're doing this from YouTube, for instance, you can do that by taking the YouTube link and putting it into catchvideo.net. You can download it to your computer and then upload it eventually to your YouTube channel. So once again, what you're doing is you're leveraging somebody else's video on your channel to bring value to your audience. We love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours.